Hi, I'm Gary and welcome to Gary's Great Outdoors channel. Now in this video, this is about scale lighting for RC cars and trucks. And my son Mike did this video, and it's an overview of the options for lighting up your RC vehicles. So he loves to hack controllers for RC cars, trucks, and aircraft. So he's always teaching me things to do for the aircraft anyway. He's very good at it. I don't have any RC cars or trucks yet. I've got a friend, Sam, who has become involved in that in the last year or two, and looks like he's having a lot of fun with it. So maybe I'll have to get into that, and I'll share some of this with him too. So maybe my son can light up my aircraft for me. We'll see about that. As far as helicopters go, some of the airplanes I've got do have lighting in them, but none of my helicopters do. Anyways, this video will show you a lot of neat lighting options for your RC vehicles, and gives you a lot of scale realism. So enjoy this video.
Welcome to the RC side of Gary's Outdoors. I'm Mike, I'm one of his sons, and I'm going to cover my experience with the Lane Boys RC light controller. So this is a light controller from a company called Lane Boys RCs. He's a single man manufacturing, makes these things one by one and makes them out of Singapore. Very DIY, not for your average person just likes to slap stuff together. There's a lot of soldering and small soldering involved. This guy works off of a radio that has a third channel. Down here is the third channel, otherwise you have your normal steering and throttle. The third channel is just a push button and it goes by clicks. So basically when I click once, the lights will go up one level or light up the next set of lights that are programmed. And there is programming involved to get this guy to work exactly how you want it to work. But basically every time you hear a click, it'll be me just pushing that button once. Like for example, I'll turn on the parking lights, one click, and they come on. So I'm going to keep the radio out of view while I do this, but just so you know what I'm doing when you hear the clicks. So obviously the first click is the parking lights. Parking lights work all in the front, and if I rotate her to the rear, you can see even the small marker lights and tail lights come on. This model is not complete, but it is to the point where I feel I could demo it. I do need to add bezels, lenses in the back. So that's even the back side marker lights and the front side marker lights all light up. If I click it one more time, that goes to my headlights. The headlights come on pretty darn bright. Next click after there, and the back is just staying the same. This is kind of working as if you were turning the lights levels up on a real vehicle. If I click the next one, it'll turn on the lower fog lights. And next click will bring up my upper fog lights. Next click after that will shut off all the 4 of the fog lights and light up the 3 top white lights that I added in. And then the last click that I have programmed, all those lights will come on. Now you can click twice to turn it down a level. So if I click twice, it'll come down, twice again, come down, and all the way down to off. And if you do click it 3 times, all the lights will come on. And same 3 clicks will turn all the lights off. Now this is hooked up to the throttle and the steering inputs of the vehicle. So if I turn to the right, the vehicle's right blinker turns on. Let off, and it'll turn off in a few seconds. It obviously works the same on the left side. And with that, you also do get hazard lights if you click 4 times. 4 ways, 4 times. Kind of makes sense. And there they go. And all of this is working the same in the rear. And hopefully those will look much better once I get the actual bezels and lenses installed. So we'll click 4 times again to turn off the hazards. And one nice thing about this one, or this control unit that the other ones don't have, is if you are rolling forward, the turn signals no longer work until you stop. But when you do stop, the brake lights come on for a few moments and turn back off. A lot of the other manufacturers of light kits, the brake lights will stay on anytime you're in neutral like I am now. This one just leaves them on for a few seconds. Also does have reverse lights, and again the brake lights will come on when you stop. And yeah, pretty much everything will work in conjunction with everything else, so the blinkers will work no matter what lights you do have on. And we'll turn them all on. Oop. And you can see it tosses out quite a bit of light in front of it. So this is a very DIY unit. This is not for your average guy. I'll show you the circuit board. When you order it, all you get is the one circuit board and the programmer and the ribbon cable. The ribbon cable plugs into the controller on its, I believe it's a 6-pin connector, and you plug this end into your computer, and that's how you program it. Laneboys does have all of the programming software and links to make this work with your computer, but you do have to program it all yourself for the setup you want. For programming, I wanted things a little differently than you would a standard car. I have both of these running as blinkers and markers lights. Back here, I only wanted this to work as a blinker and a marker light, but the actual turn signal over here, I did not want to run as a running light. So that means, so those come on as a marker light, but the tail lights do. And those have to be separate because you have the brake light function. You don't want these to light up with the brake lights or the front marker lights. And then turning wise, I wanted both of these to blink. I had to custom program that with the chip card and the information he has online. That will, it's easily possible if I can do it. Now, you would think there would be a ton of wires between the body and the chassis in order to make all this work. It actually is only one servo wire that disconnects right here, and your body's free to come off. So there is one controller in the receiver box, and it sends a signal, or sends the power to the next module, and also the signals from the steering and throttle input, and the third channel for your clicking. This is what it connects to, this little guy here, and this is where your tiny soldering goes. And we'll see if I get this close enough to actually see how small that actually is. So, and then all these wires run to different LEDs serving different purposes. Now, when you are going to program it, the 6 pins up here is what this guy connects to. So it would slide in place of that servo plug. As you can tell, there's a lot of wiring, and it is very DIY. Not exactly user-friendly, but you're not going to get better performance out of another card or light setup. When you get the kit, you do have to buy all your own LEDs because he just sells the boards. He makes those one at a time. He does have blueprints and diagrams online to build your own version and what parts you need, all that good stuff. So you can build this yourself all the way through the chipboard. I chose to order my chipboard from him just because I'm not that good at making printed circuit boards. So, but as you can see, it works very well. I'll try and leave a link to Laneboys RC's internet site, and where you can find all this information along with his other great products. I guess you can actually install or control a servo winch with this same light controller. I just haven't tried it, or I don't even have a servo winch, so couldn't try it. If you have comments, questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.
All right, well, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it and you got the inspiration to maybe light up your RC models and airplanes and helicopters, trucks, and cars. And it's a lot of fun. And if you liked it, please give us a like, and also share it with your family, friends, and fellow craftspersons and outdoors people. So And please leave your comments. We enjoy your comments. We get a lot of great ideas from you, and also a lot of good tips and tricks from you too that we can use. So, if the ladies don't find you handsome, at least they should find you handy. Thank you.